The wilderness can be a very dangerous place for the average person. What I'd like to discuss is basic needs and tips you should know for survival if you ever need it. Being that we are almost all from the South, most of us have a basic understanding of the outdoors and what it brings. As we know, there are many hazards in the wild and much less resources than what we're used to at home. Using various sources, I intend to explain some basic tips for making it in the wild. The rule of threes. You can live 3 minutes without air, 3 weeks without food, roughly 3 days without water, and in extreme conditions, about 3 days without shelter. To stay healthy, humans need a minimum of 2 quarts of water a day. Most people think you should go downhill to find a water source. The best thing to do really is to get high ground and try to scout for some water sources. Streams, creek, rivers, or even puddles, whatever you can find to get some fresh water. Getting high ground also saves you time and energy that you would have spent going to look for water that you may or may not have found. To store water, you can use whatever you have or you can find. It could be a sandwich bag, it could be a bottle of water, any kind of trash cup, just whatever you can get to store some water that you will need later. Another major risk is starvation. There are many variables to determine how long a person can go without food, so it's really hard to say a set number on how much a human needs. Most doctors say that you can go as much as 8 weeks without food as long as you have water. So you need the food for energy, and you're going to be moving a lot, so you really need to try to avoid that eight weeks. Climate, metabolism, size, weight, and other measurables factor into how long one can survive without food. The ideal things to find and eat are meat and fish, provide a lot of nutrients and protein. Trapping food, bird eggs, edible insects, and berries are a few means of nutrition as well. You can cook over an open fire or eat your berries raw. There are many hazards in the wild. The natural elements like rain, cold, heat, and other harsh climates factor in a lot of excruciating experiences. There are all kinds of wild animals which can be threatening as well. It depends on the region you live in, but in the South there's typically a lot of snakes and hogs, wildcats, bears, coyotes, alligators, just a number of things, even down to possums and raccoons. They can be harmful. There are ways to tell if an animal is aggressive. The biggest sign is their body language. You can usually tell. These hazards, such as environmental hazards and the wildlife, it provides a good reason for shelter's importance in this role. Shelter keeps us out of the harsh elements. There are many ways to build shelter. Mostly try to use large sticks or logs to barricade themselves out of the element. Anyone can survive in the wilderness with basic understandings like these. You need to know basically what can harm you rather than what you need to do right away. So an adult, male, female, young child, if they have any basic understanding of this, then they would be able to survive. I hope that nobody has to endure anything like this. However, if you do come up to this situation, you should have a basic understanding of what you need and what you can try to do to get out of it. That'll be all. Have a good day.